Let's talk pockets on knits or any stretch fabric that you have, jersey, spandex. You would sew it like a typical pocket, but with a knit fabric, you would have to use, or the way I like to do it, of course, is a zigzag stitch, and I use a ballpoint needle. So I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. And this pocket piece that I have here, I have a link in the description below so you can download for free. And you can practice it on a test rectangle fabric scrap that you have lying around. Guys, I know if you're like me, you're thinking, well, if I'm going to do all this work, making a pocket, might as well make it useful. So I also have a very easy sewing pattern. It's a small girl's dress. So it doesn't take long to make, really. It's under 2 hours, I would say. So I also have that as a link in the description below. So let's get right into it. The first step is to always cut out your pieces. You can sew a pocket on anything really. You can practice on rectangles, but here's just an example on how you can do it on a basic girl's dress. It's a great way to practice. After, you have to mark your pocket placement points clearly. I mark with a washable marker. You won't be able to see it in the finished garment because it will be in the seams. Plus, it's washable. Also, we will need to cut out the pocket pieces. 2 of them and another 2 mirroring, so 4 total pocket pieces. And it will help to mark the pocket placement points there too. We need to align the pockets in place, front sides facing like this. Then pin in place or clip in place between the pocket placement points. That's where we will sew. Now we will secure in place by doing a zigzag stitch. I put it personally to a 1 millimeter width, and I got my new ballpoint needle, so let's go. And for this part, we're doing a 1/2 inch seam allowance. That's going to be important for the next step. You'll see I'm taking extra measures to make sure the marks really match up in place. I try my best to be accurate, but it is so hard with stretch. If you want to make this easier and not have the fabrics roll up, it's probably a good idea to serge around the pocket piece first, which is something I will definitely do next time. It's totally optional though. Now let's open these pocket flaps, and with the seams outwards, we are going to press iron it. And we will do an edge stitch along the edge of this pocket piece with the seams underneath it. This will keep the pocket looking hidden. Since this is a stretch fabric, we are going to still use a zigzag stitch even for an edge stitch. And this will be sewn at an 1/8 inch from the edge of the pocket. Please make sure you are sewing the pocket part with the seams underneath it. Now we have to assemble the 2 large pieces we have front sides facing. To summarize what we're going to do, we will assemble the side seam, but when we get to the pocket, we will go around and then back to the side seam. I will mark our pivot points, which is at a 1/2 inch from the top and a 1/2 inch from the bottom of the pocket stitch we just did. And I make sure I pin in place and it matches the back. We are going to use a sewing machine to assemble the side seams with a zigzag stitch. I don't recommend using a serger here. We will sew at a 5/8 inch seam allowance. When you reach the pocket stitch you just did, you will sew an 1/8 inch away. You will notice the stitch is on the right side. You need to do this so that stitch can't be visible, so you have to sew away from it like this. When we reach the pivot point marks that we just marked, that's where we will pivot, and I sew around the pocket. And when I reach the end, I will make sure I do the same thing I just did. I reach the mark, I pivot, and I make sure I'm an 1/8 inch away from the pocket stitch, and then I continue assembling the side seam to the end. Repeat on the other side. This has nothing to do with pockets, but I assembled the shoulder seams for this garment. So when you put the piece right side out, you'll notice how amazing the pocket looks. After we finish the raw edges, this is what the dress would look like with the pockets. And that's it. You are finished. Congratulations. It's so nice to see how big my daughter smiles when she wears this, and she just loves the pockets. So it is totally worth these extra steps. Thank you for watching and have a great day.